and you're watching another Supernatural review, and this is season 7, episode 17, The Born Again Identity. If you're new here, I do a recap and review of every episode of Supernatural, so make sure to check out my other videos. I got a flu and COVID shot this week, so that's why I have these band-aids, nothing serious. So I don't really know how I feel about this episode. I feel like it's an okay episode. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't fully processed the episode in my brain, which I'm actually okay with. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe I need some distance from it, but I feel like in the end it's an okay episode. This probably is my only second time watching this episode, and it's not an episode you show someone out of the blue, despite the nuances of the episode. And I feel like it's just an okay episode, and it doesn't need to be on the good list, it doesn't need to be the bad list. And it was, I feel like in some ways the things that happened in this episode, it needed to happen. And they could have gone really south, it could have gone really bad. Yes, maybe it could happen better, but it happened the way it happened. So Sam ends up in a mental hospital, mental ward, I guess, whatever you want to call it, because Lucifer is not letting him sleep. And it's something where, I don't know, they, knew Lucifer. I feel like the writers knew Lucifer was there, knew Lucifer was an issue. But it's something where they, needed it to affect maybe Sam more, to, give it more effect, and, he's just there. So they have it where, Sam is not able to sleep. And I feel like that's their way of, having it really affect him. But, it doesn't make sense of, why Lucifer is not letting him sleep. It's kind of something when you, think about it, this is almost a whole season later that he's still dealing with this Lucifer problem that, again, was not really there for a few episodes, and it's kind of coming back. And it's something where it's I don't know, I think they need to get rid of it in kind of a way. And so they kind of do that this episode, and we'll get into it. But it's just I don't know if the writers were a little bit stuck, wasn't sure what to do, and so they had this be what it is, where Sam can't sleep or whatever. So Dean is looking for solutions, and he finds Cass. So they bring Cass back, and it's something where, I talked about it, they kind of thought Cass died, but they weren't 100% sure. And it's something where, it's supernatural, people can always come back. So I think it was something where they were kind of, Cass was not there, they were realizing that loss, but it wasn't someone died, kind of thing. And so it's something where I feel it's always in the back of mind that Cass would come back. Dean and Sam always felt that they could come back, but I think Dean wasn't expecting it in this way. And then the fact that he was back the entire time, and they just didn't look for him. I forgot what they were dealing with at that time. I think they were dealing with the Leviathans, but I think that is what actually hurt Dean the most. It's not Cass just came back now, he's been back. Of course, they do the thing where Cass has no memory. So they add in that element, and then they brought Meg back because I don't know, I think they just needed someone else. And I feel it makes sense, there's a lot of tension and weirdness with just Dean and Cass, and so I think Meg was able to break that up in a way. Of course, when Sam's in the ward, there's a real case, and I feel in a way, I don't think it was the writers being we needed to have some kind of case this episode. I feel it could, the episode could have gone without a case. There's so many episodes where there's no case, and it's a serialized episode. I definitely feel yes, this episode had this case and whatever, but in the end it is more on the serialized side, this episode. But I feel the fact that Sam had a case and was dealing with a ghost, it kind of just added something to this episode. And I feel it wasn't the episode was too much. I feel it actually kind of helped this episode and made the episode stronger, because if Sam was just dealing with the whole Lucifer thing, on his storyline, I don't know, maybe that's plot A, plot B, whatever you want to call it. But I feel it would have been kind of boring. I feel this helped that plot and just added something for him to do, and I feel it's made sense and ghosts are easy. So I actually, praise the writers for adding that in, where sometimes in the past when they try to add these things in, it doesn't work and it actually hurts the episode. In this case, it helped the episode. So Cass gets his memories back and they save the day, but then Cass kind of takes over for Sam. It transfers his Cass. And so a part of me, like, I think it really upsets me, and I think it probably really upsets the Supernatural community that you bring back Cass for this episode. Cass is finally back. You know, it's like 16, 15 episodes later. Cass is finally back, but you bring him back, and then this is what happens to him. I understand, like, they needed to come up with a solution for Sam, but like, this is the solution. And I kind of forget how long Cass is in the state, and also, like, he's an angel, like, why is it affecting him the same way? And so it's just like the writers really brought him back for one episode to then do this to him. And I feel like in the past I've been critical of Cass, because when you're analyzing it, like, he does, you know, change up the dynamic, things are different, but, you know, in the end, like, he is one of the main characters. You know, I still have love for Cass, like, all this stuff, but I just, like, it's not fair to him, and it's not fair to Misha and all this stuff to, like, this is what you do with him. And so I hope it's not too much longer that this happens, but I really don't remember. And it's something I don't, like, I feel like they could have come up with another way, and it makes me upset that this is the way. So that's why, like, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this episode. There's a lot of different things, and again, like, I feel like I haven't fully processed it and don't want to think about it too much. And like, they had to have this episode with like some solution for Sam, even though it doesn't feel like it's completely resolved because now Cass has the issue. So that's the thing in, you know, storytelling. If you're just transferring one issue from one character to the other character, it's not being resolved. Like, now it's lingering, and it's like, what? You're not solving the issue, you know? So anyway, those are my thoughts and feelings, mixed feelings. So, you know, comment below your thoughts if you have mixed feelings as well, if you disagree with anything I said. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.